Hi there, I'm Sarah Maud. I'm the founder of the Mind Solution International. And if you are a fellow entrepreneur or you work in the field of sales and business development, then I trust that what I'm about to share with you both resonates with you and is of great value. So yesterday I was having a conversation with one of my own coaches, and I was reflecting on the performance of my business over the last 12, 13 years, and reflecting on what was the difference between times when my business has been thriving and how I was showing up as an individual. What was the one connecting factor between contracts and opportunities and people just flowing into the business regardless of any marketing, and me? And what absolutely hit home for me, what was so clear to me, that the one absolutely critical factor between the success of my business was about how I was showing up on a day-to-day basis energetically. What was the vibe, the energy, the frequency that I was in, that I was operating in, that I was sending out, that had these opportunities, people, things that I couldn't even believe had happened, just naturally coming to me, gravitating to me. It's like I was a magnet. And it absolutely reminded me of the saying that people buy people. But what is it that they're actually buying? And it took me back to a memory of a conversation that I had with an organisation several years ago now called Equinix. And Equinix were looking to invest in a whole series of employee wellbeing webinars. And during the conversation, I was talking to the wellbeing lead, a lady called Jade. Now, I love Jade straight off. I felt her energy. I felt her vibe, her passion. I really bought into what Equinix were wanting to achieve in investing in these webinars. So I knew that we would be the right fit. I knew that our values were aligned. But during the conversation, Jade said, we're actually speaking to a number of training providers about running these employee wellbeing webinars. And I said, that's absolutely fine, but I know that you're going to come back to me. You're going to come back to us. And she laughed, but they came back. And I said, out of curiosity, I said, what swung it for you? What was the deciding factor about why you came back to the Mind Solution? And she said, it was your confidence. Now, you might be listening to this and you might be thinking, well, that sounds a bit arrogant. That sounds a little bit egotistical. And it's my assertion to you that it had absolutely nothing to do with ego and everything to do with what I was projecting, both consciously but unconsciously. It was about the energy that she was picking up in me. You know, I had been working so much on my energy, my mental energy, my emotional energy, my physical energy. I've been doing so much work on my autonomic nervous system, calming everything down, that I was just naturally operating at a level that people just bought, that people gravitated to. And that, when we talk about people by people, that is what people are picking up on, is those unconscious signals that we are putting out 98% of the time. It's the energy, it's the feeling, and the feeling is an emotion. An emotion is energy. It's energy in motion, emotion. And that's what bought it. And so it's my invitation to you that every day as an entrepreneur, as a salesperson, as somebody that works in business development, you are tuning into you. What is your energy saying about you? What are those unconscious signals that you're sending out when you're connecting with people, when you're having conversations with people? Whether they're sales conversations, initial discovery calls, whatever it is, what are you doing that's getting you into alignment with you, that's raising your energy levels, that's raising your vibration, raising your frequency, that's sending out the right kind of signals that people, they just want to work with you. They want to work with you, they want to work with your organizations. And it reminds me of one of my clients that I worked with, who is an account director. And I worked with her several years ago. And when she came to me, she was struggling with a number of different ideas, thoughts about herself, including imposter syndrome. Now, she was already a good seller. But since working together, we've not only transformed some of the beliefs that she had about herself, but we have upgraded her identity. We have upgraded her identity so that the energy that she's sending out, the vibration, the signals that she's sending out has had her promoted twice. And she is now the organization's top salesperson. She is making more money both for the organization and for herself than she's ever made. And for her, it was just transformational, because contracts, it's like she doesn't need to do a massive sales pitch because people are just gravitating to her in the way that I've experienced, because she is showing up in this different energetic space, in this different identity. Our identity is about who it is that we think we are. And it's our identity that, like it or not, we are projecting. So the more that we do the inner work, the more that we will see that naturally rippling out into our external environment. You know, for me, the success in my business, my external reality, absolutely starts with my internal reality. So if, like my account director, you are interested in upgrading your identity, you want to have a direct impact on the success of your business, and you recognize that that starts with you, then drop me a line, info@themindsolution.com. But I would love to hear how what I've shared here today has landed with you. So do drop your comments into the comments box, and look forward to another episode in this high performance series. Bye bye for now.